class discovered the dictionary one morning. We had been listening to Sergeant Leland, who told us about bicycle safety rules. So that we would remember his talk, Sergeant Leland gave me some pamphlets for the class. They were about bicycle safety. Then he left to visit another class. While I was giving out the pamphlets, we talked about how helpful Sergeant Leland had been. Jim thought it might be a good idea to write him a letter, thanking him for talking with us and for leaving the pamphlets on bicycle safety. The class and I chose a committee to write the letter: Jim and Jean and Paul. When they finished writing the letter, Jim read it aloud.
Dear Sergeant Leland, thank you very much for your talk on bicycle safety. We were very glad to have you help us.
Jean said something was wrong. She thought the word sergeant wasn't spelled correctly. Jim asked Paul what he thought. Paul wasn't sure either, so he said, let's look it up in the dictionary. We had a large dictionary called an unabridged or most complete dictionary in our class. First, Paul checked the tabs. The tabs show the section of the dictionary where all the words beginning with a certain letter are found. Here's the S tab for the first page of words beginning with the letter S. Paul began looking for the word sergeant, going from word to word and column to column. But Jim said he knew a faster way to find a word.
You can look at the guide words at the top of the page. You see, the first guide word is the same as the first word on the page. And the last guide word is the same as the last word on the page.
So, Paul tried it. It is much faster, isn't it? Paul soon found the right page and the word, sergeant. All three of them started to spell it.
S-E-R-G-E-A-N-T.
But Jean noticed something else.
There are two ways to spell it. S-E-R-G-E-A-N-T and S-E-R-J-E-A-N-T. Which is right?
Paul thought both spellings were right, but perhaps they'd better ask. I told them that both spellings are acceptable, but that where there is more than one spelling shown in the dictionary, the first spelling is usually preferred. So they used the first or preferred spelling, S-E-R-G-E-A-N-T. There.
Dear Sergeant Leland, thank you very much for your talk on bicycle safety. We were very glad to have you help us. Before you came, we had only a fair idea.
Jean didn't like that part.
The word fair. I don't think it's right. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Fair means like the color of your hair. No, fair means pretty good.
Paul thought the word had still a different meaning and a different spelling.
It should be spelled F-A-R-E, I think, and it means the price you pay to ride the bus.
And each one thought he was right. Paul finally stopped the argument by reminding them they could look up the word fair in the dictionary to find its meaning. He began to look it up in the unabridged dictionary. But I suggested that it might be easier to find the word in one of the smaller dictionaries on my desk. I reminded them of several other dictionaries. A music dictionary of words used in the study of music. A biographical dictionary with brief stories of famous people. A geographical dictionary of places around the world. And these word dictionaries are written especially for school children. These dictionaries might help them to solve their writing problem more quickly. This beginning dictionary is for children in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades. The junior dictionary for 6th, 7th, and 8th grades is similar, but has more words and more detailed information. While Paul, Jim, and Jean were looking up the word fair, I thought we'd review what we had learned about the dictionary. First, how to find words. Paul had found the words beginning with a particular letter by using the dictionary tabs. Jim had shown how to use guide words. Second, how to spell words. If more than one spelling is given, the first one is usually preferred. And third, we had learned that there are several kinds of dictionaries, each for a different purpose. Paul found the word fare, F-A-R-E. It meant the cost one paid for transportation. So Jim must have had in mind a different word, fare. Jean was the first to find F-A-I-R in the dictionary.
I guess fair means a lot of things.
It means just, honest, as in fair play. It means average, not bad. It means light, not dark, as in fair hair. It means clear, not stormy, as in fair weather. It can also mean a showing of products or manufactured goods, as in a county fair. And there are several other meanings of F-A-I-R, fair. What definition did Jim have in mind when he wrote fair idea?
I meant not bad, average.
Then Jim began to read the rest of the letter.
Before you came, we had only a fair idea of what bicycle safety was. Now we all have a better understanding. We want to thank you for the little books you left. We like the picture book that says to obey all
He wasn't sure how to pronounce the word. I suggested that he'd probably find the proper pronunciation in his dictionary. By using the letter tabs and the guide words, it didn't take him long to find the word. I explained that after most words in the dictionary, there is a phonetic or sound spelling of the word that tells how the word is pronounced. We can tell what this upside-down E means by looking at the bottom of the page. This is a list of diacritical marks, which explains the marks used in the phonetic or sound spelling of the word. The upside-down E represents the sound of the A in about. The second syllable is pronounced fish. And this mark shows where we should accent the word. So, the correct pronunciation is official. Other dictionaries may use different diacritical marks, but they are usually explained at the bottom of the page or on the first pages of the book. Now all they had to do was copy the letter in ink. While they did this, we reviewed 2 more points on our list. We had learned that some words have many meanings, and how to pronounce words by using the dictionary's diacritical marks. And we had learned all these things by writing a letter. It was this letter which helped us discover the dictionary.